Hey. So, 2020, right? What a year. Kind of sucked in a lot of ways. Most ways, probably. But it was kind of stellar for video games, right? You got shit like Hades. Everybody loves Hades. Doom Eternal. Cyberpunk. Well, maybe not Cyberpunk, but you know, the year was amazing. You had all these great games. I didn't play any of them, not a single one. But I did play games, so I figured I would do a rubbish game of the year 2020 extravaganza. And of course, you can't go straight into the meat of things. So we got a couple of different categories to go through, starting with least impressive game of the year. I played a couple of games this year that I had heard a lot about over the years, I guess, including but not limited to Halo ODST, which I played a lot of Halo games. I actually played all of them except 5 at this point. But at some point in this year, I picked up Halo the Master Chief Collection, played it with some friends. It was generally a good time, but I really didn't understand Halo ODST. It was super short. You were just like jumping around this city. You never knew what the fuck was going on. There's this odd like jazz music playing all the time, which I really didn't get. Like, what, am I in a bar or something? What the fuck's going on? I guess the SMG was nice, but that is probably like a runner up, because other game I'd been looking forward to a lot was Obra Dinn. Is Return to Obra Dinn? Can never remember these zany titles, but you know, it's got this amazing art style. But I think I played it for like 50 minutes, and I kept like getting sucked into like a memory, like, and in that memory, I was getting sucked into another memory, like into another memory, and into another memory, and into another memory, and into a. At some point, I really didn't understand what the fuck I was doing, or like, I was so far removed from the first thing. I felt like I needed to write everything down all the time, which I guess some people might like, but I need to be reasonably mentally challenged. That's poor wording. Not too much. Slow it down, please, Obra Dinn. Slow it a bit down. So not for me. But I think the winner here, the absolute winner, is Super Mario Galaxy. A game, I mean, I've heard about this game for like, I don't know, when did it release? Like, let's say 2007, is that correct? So that's like 13 years at this point. I've heard that it's like the be all end all. I guess there's Odyssey now and like Galaxy 2, but whatever. Without those games, like the best the 3D Mario has to offer. And I wasn't that impressed. It didn't really vibe with the music too much. Mario has like really gimped movement. You get to do like long jump. You just long jump all the game. Like long jump. Sometimes you're a bee. Long jump. Long jump. I don't like the FPS thing. I don't want to aim when I'm playing Mario. I don't know why I call it FPS, whatever. I did like feeding the stars. I like them getting fat, but then they explode. So that didn't feel great either. So yeah, winner for least impressive game, I guess. 2020's least impressive game, Super Mario Galaxy from 2007. Another category we got here, kind of spawning off Obra Dinn, is best puzzle game of 2020. Number one puzzle game. Obviously, Obra Dinn isn't there. I played at some point, maybe it was last year, I played The Witness. I finished all of it. I used to play this with a friend. We got drunk like every time, so we never made any progress. But I played it myself now. And sometimes I still got drunk. Only sometimes, though. Or whatever. It was good. I liked it. Lots of logic things going on. It's a really nice game to like have a notebook and like draw in it and shit. But it was all right. I think I mostly like running around the island. Another puzzle game released that I was really excited for, Teardown. Let's see. Let's try to engage the brain here and quickly summarize what the fuck Teardown is. You're like a thief that people contract through your little home computer, beepity boop, beepity boop, and you head out to locations where this amazing destruction voxel engine allows you to create paths to steal shit. So once you take one thing, an alarm is gonna go off and you need to get them all before you leave. I really enjoyed it. It ran like ass on my computer though. Don't know why. Maybe it has to do with my computer being from like 2012. But yeah, either way, ran pretty poorly. But it would have been my most puzzly game of 2020 if I hadn't played Gothic 3. This game, woohoo, wow. This is perhaps the most puzzling game ever made. First of all, getting Gothic 3 to run at all is a puzzle in itself. You need to like navigate through German dark web to download a bunch of fan patches just to get it to start. And once you get it to start, you're met with an option in the menu that says alternative balancing. What does that mean? What do you mean alternative balancing? So I left it off, and when I started the game, it asked me again, are you sure you want to play this game without alternative balancing on? And I was like, yeah, dude, I want the real Gothic experience. So I left it on, or off, I guess. And Gothic doesn't tell you fucking anything. Really anything. Let's take an example here. So I, as a Gothic man, wanted to learn how to make a mana potion. Seems pretty standard, right? Standard fare. You played Skyrim or Oblivion. Make a potion. You're an alchemist, right? First off, how do I learn alchemy? Well, when I level up, I get these things called LP, which unlike in Street Fighter, it's not league points, it's learner points. And I have to find a guy in the world who I can spend these as a currency. Also have to use money, so both money and LP to teach me alchemy. Okay, met this guy named Sebastian. He lives in a cave, who first wants me to gather up some herbs. Come on, Sebastian, I could do that with my eyes closed. Of course, I can give you some herbs. Bam, herbs are in. Am I an alchemist? No. But I get to spend my points to become an alchemist. Sebastian pours his knowledge. It goes in my mouth or head or wherever knowledge goes in. Wham, I'm an alchemist. Gothic guy is an alchemist. Can I make a mana potion? No. Cannot make a mana potion. I have to spend more of my learning points to have Sebastian teach me how to make mana potions. So I have to leave Sebastian's cave and go and kick the shit out of some goblins. Bam, bam. The goblins are dead. I'm leveling up. I got learning points. I go back to Sebastian. Hey, Sebastian. Hi. Teach me how to make a mana potion. For sure, dude. Here we go. Bam. I can now make a mana potion? No. Sebastian only taught me how to teach myself how to make a mana potion. So to make a mana potion, I have to go find a fat guy who like hangs out at a cauldron and have him sell me 1 out of 4 different recipes for a mana potion. And after I get that, which costs like 1,000,000 gold, I go out in the world, I pick some plants, now I can make a mana potion. This is one thing. Okay? This is one thing. Everything in this entire game is this. So even if you have an FAQ, you will not be able to understand how to do anything in Gothic. So I think pretty clearly here we have a winner. Runner-up, good effort, teardown, good effort for puzzle game. But Gothic 3 takes home the gold. 2020's most puzzling game, Gothic 3. Moving on, we have another category here. Most self-destructive tendency spawning game, I guess. There's gonna be no runners up in this category. I played Crisis Core this year, and much like Kingdom Hearts, any game really, but especially Kingdom Hearts 3, this game increased the level of whiskey consumption by about 4,000%. I think I needed about 2 bottles per hour to make it through Crisis Core, and I cannot understand how anyone likes this. I think it might just have overtaken Kingdom Hearts 3 for me as the worst game of all time. The combat sucks, all the characters are unlikable.
A nicer one.
Stop being so picky.
They keep doing squats? Why are you doing squats, dude? Yeah, winner of worst game of all time, maybe Crisis Core.
Shut up!
Maybe. Once again, The Last Boy Scout, starring Bruce Willis and that other dude, wins. Again, they win another year. Can you believe it? It's a pretty impressive run. 29 years in a row. Best motion picture. Staggering, really, but well-deserved. I think we should all give this a round of applause. Best book of 2020. I read a couple of books. I mostly read Terry Pratchett novels, if I'm going to be honest. And I think Lords and Ladies stands out as my favorite book of 2020. Maybe tied with all the Godric and Felix novels I read, which primarily focuses on a dwarf who chops people's legs off. It's fine, but still, Lords and Ladies, #1 book. What an achievement. Terry Pratchett keeps winning after he's been dead for years. Best rubbish moment. There's a couple here. I think I produced some quality content this year. This video notwithstanding. Some easy picks. Kuma video, right? Wow. So much research. So much energy. So much. It's like 40 minutes. Really long. I did this quiz show on Twitch a couple of times, which I really enjoyed. Some people seem to have taken the concept and ran with it. Or, I don't know, maybe other people were doing it before I hadn't seen it. Took a lot of work to make this function, being one person, writing all the questions. I guess I had some help with that. Fuck. But I enjoyed it. People seemed to enjoy it, which was nice for once. And yeah, but I mean, who am I kidding here, dude? Who am I kidding? #1 rubbish moment is, of course, this cutout of me walking into a house and shutting the door. 3. Best rubbish moment 2020. Cardboard cutout in cabin. Best school course. I'm still in school, if you can believe it, even though I'm almost 30. So it's becoming a bit of a yikes here, but still in school. Soon done, hopefully. We'll see. Best school course. Definitely not epistemology. I'm sorry, Ethan, but I don't like it. I just don't like it. I think the winner of this category is game design. I, together with some other people I study with, made this game concept called Don't Split Up, in which I primarily contributed by doing these character designs. I really like these characters. They're like 3 kids, and you run around this spooky mansion. But yeah, that was pretty cool. So best school course goes to game design. Another category, of course, best bodily function. Definitely not my crippling inability to ever sleep well. That one, like always, loses. I do kind of like my legs. I think they're worth a shout out. Legs and arms did good work this year. I think perhaps not as much work as my consistent bowel movements. Definitely thumbs up to that. I can always count on my bowel movements. With this out of the way, let's talk about Game of the Year. What did I play this year? Well, I started this year by playing Prince of Persia 2008, which I think still kind of holds up in the qualities that are good, which is mainly that it looks amazing. Still looks great. Wow, what a looker. It's wow. It kind of plays okay, but you do the same thing from hour 1 to the last hour. So probably not a winner. Still like it though. It was fine. Shout outs to it being one of the first games, I think, where you have like this sort of believable relationship between your player character and an NPC. As you're running around the world, you and I don't know, I can't fucking remember what her name is. I'm sorry. You have banter between the characters as you run around the world. It's pretty believable. It's kind of cute. I like it.
What that smell is it me? You.
So still shout out to this game, even in 2020. I got this huge fucking screen, this monitor, this like 32-inch 120 hertz. It's like 180 hertz monitor for mega cheap. I just randomly lucked out. And it's pretty big, as you can see. It's pretty huge. So I've been replaying some games that I probably wouldn't have played otherwise. Just recently been playing BioShock Remastered, which I don't know when it released, but it's kind of the same game. So still kind of holds up, I think, in some ways. The story kind of doesn't. But, you know, Rapture, such a stunning environment to walk around, take in the environmental storytelling. I was kind of really vibing with BioShock again. I haven't really played it since it released, so it's been a while for me. But then I kind of remembered that the entire game is really about hitting people in the head with a wrench. It's kind of all you do. Which kind of sort of yanked me out of my immersion a bit. So I don't think you win either, BioShock, but it was nice to see you again, albeit shortly. I didn't finish it, and I don't plan to finish it, but it's all right. Another game I played on my huge monitor was Slasher's Keep. Speaking of art styles, this game looks fantastic. Looks so good. It's a roguelite, I guess. You can keep your character. I've been running around with my avatar called Hannah. They, I guess, she has a sick mustache. I'm a fan. You keep chopping the head off zombies. It's a bit hard, I think. I guess you're supposed to grind your way through it, but and a bit samey. I really don't vibe with the music, I guess, but I could turn that off. Anyway, Slasher's Keep, wonderful game. You should try it out. You can slap an elf with a sack. That doesn't sound great, but you can. But I think the game of the year for me, 2020, is between classic World of Warcraft and Vermintide 2. Two amazing games, I have to say. I jumped back into classic World of Warcraft, didn't think I was going to do it. I played Vanilla WoW for like hundreds of hours back in the day when it released. I've also revisited it at times at private service, but I kind of did everything in vanilla. Visited all the raids, did a shitload of PvP. So I wasn't sure I was going to play, but so many people were playing that I kind of jumped into it, and I was mega casual this time. I started playing it way after everyone else had already been through the launch rush. And it was fucking sick. I was running through Red Ridge Mountains, fucking listening to drum and bass and shit. It was pretty dope. I realistically spent most of my time in classic WoW, running around low level zones and mining and picking herbs, sometimes killing pigs, that kind of shit, which was a nice change of pace. I did some end level stuff as well. A nice thing is I'm a hunter. I played hunter, so no one expects you to do fucking anything. And I just got gear. I didn't do anything. I just got it. So that was pretty sick. I enjoyed it. It was good. But it was nice when it was, ongoing. So shout outs to classic WoW. Vermintide 2, however, a game which I don't even know when it released. 2018, 2019. I don't know. The first game, one of the best games of all time. It is known. I don't really have to ask anyone about that. But it's kind of like Left 4 Dead, but really good instead of not that good. You have these unique characters. You have this sick banter going on in the original. And you kill rats. Kill a lot of rats. Most of the rats in the entire world, to be honest. And Vermintide 2, who could have thought that they could have improved on this? And at first, they kind of didn't. Vermintide 2 had a lot of problems, both at launch and after they patched the shit out of the game. Lots of people didn't like what they did. But me, being a person who never engages with things ever, because then I gotta keep up, and it's kind of can you just stop doing things so I can... Anyway, so I came into this game a year and a half later or whatever. I don't know, time spans. Let's say it was 7 or 8 months maybe. I don't know. A year. Late into this game. I had a blast. The game was dope. These 5 characters, the dwarf, the elf, the dude, the other dude, and the sorceress, wizard, whatever. All great characters in the original. Great characters. But in Vermintide 2, you get to fiddle with them. Fiddle with them a lot. The dwarf, you can go bare-chested and jump. And my favorite class in the original, the elf, got kind of nerfed. Because in the original, she had this weapon where you didn't even have to aim. You just pointed in a general direction of something and it instantly died, which was great for me. I kind of lack situational awareness. You would think I've gotten it from fighting games, but I just don't have it. So that was amazing for me, but I kind of got nerfed a bit. So you had to be better. But then they made this thing, the bounty hunter class, and you could just do that again. You just kind of point in a general direction and unload, and things die. So I gotta say, Vermintide 2, best game of the year, 2020. As always, thanks to my patrons, bam, boom, for giving me money, I guess. You should too if you watch this, if you wanna. You don't have to, but you kind of should. I've got a lot of stuff in works. I've been working a lot on actual work and school. As I said, epistemology, not fan. So I got stuff coming up, both in form of YouTube and other things. So make sure to not miss that.